All right, so today we are diving into something, well, revolutionary. It's a brand new protocol that's basically teaching AI agents a secret language, a language that lets them team up and solve problems in ways that, honestly, we've only ever dreamed about. So let's get right into it. Just think about this for a second. What if your expense report app could just talk to your payroll system on its own? And then that payroll system could coordinate with your banking app, all of it happening in the background without you lifting a finger. That's the future we're talking about. But, to get there, we have to clear a pretty massive hurdle first. So here's the problem. Right now, most AI agents are incredibly smart, but they're completely isolated. They're stuck working in these little silos, their own apps, their own platforms. Think of it this way. An AI agent inside SAP has absolutely no clue how to talk to an agent living inside Salesforce. It's like having a room full of the world's top experts, but they all speak completely different languages. Nothing gets done. And this slide just lays it out perfectly. On the left, that's where we are today. These walled-off, siloed agents. It's inefficient, it costs a ton of money to try and connect them, it's just messy. But on the right, that's the dream, right? A world where these agents are all collaborative, creating these super smooth workflows that can handle some seriously complex stuff. The big question is, how do we get from the left side to the right? Well, it turns out the answer dropped at Google Next 2025. Google got up on stage and unveiled the solution, the Agent-to-Agent Protocol, or A2A for short. You can think of it as the universal translator for AI, the one common language that's finally going to get all these different agents on the same page. So what is this thing, really? At its heart, A2A is basically a common rulebook. It's a standardized framework that lets all these different AI agents talk and work together, and here's the kicker, it doesn't matter who built them. And the two most important words here are efficiently and securely. For any of this to work in the real world, especially for businesses, those two are absolutely non-negotiable. What A2A really unlocks is true interoperability. An agent from one company can finally, digitally shake hands with an agent from a totally different company. This is huge because it automates these super complex workflows that used to require tons of manual work. And the best part? The whole thing was built from the ground up with enterprise-level security and scalability in mind. Okay, so that all sounds great, but how does it actually work under the hood? It might sound really complicated, but Google's broken it down into 4 main pillars that make the whole system tech. Let's walk through them. So here they are. You've got agent discovery, task management, content negotiation, and of course, enterprise security. These are basically the 4 fundamental building blocks for AI collaboration. Let's break down what each one does. First up is discovery. How does one AI even find another one and figure out what it's good at? Well, they use something called an agent card. And the best way to think of this is like a LinkedIn profile, but for an AI. It's the simple little JSON file that lists the agent's name, what its skills are, like processing expense reports, and how to communicate with it. It's just a really simple, elegant solution to what could be a super complex problem. Okay, so once an agent finds another agent it wants to work with, it needs a way to actually assign and track a task. That's where task management comes in. A2A lays out this super clear lifecycle for every single task. It goes from submitted to working, all the way to completed. It even uses cool tech like server-sent events, which means you get real-time status updates. So the bottom line is, everything is tracked, everything is standardized, and it's all completely transparent. And of course, being able to talk is pretty useless if you can't actually share the right information, right? So A2A handles this with a really flexible system they call parts. Agents can swap anything from simple text and structured data to files like PDFs and images. And what's really exciting is that the roadmap includes support for streaming audio and video. This just makes their conversations incredibly powerful and versatile. And finally, we have the pillar that pretty much holds this whole thing together, especially for businesses, security. A2A has support for the industry standard OAuth 2 built right into its core. What that means is that every single conversation between agents is authenticated and secure. And in a business setting, it's completely non-negotiable. Now, you might have heard of other protocols out there like Anthropic's MCP, and it's really important to know how A2A is different. The easiest way to think about it is horizontal versus vertical. A2A is all about horizontal collaboration, that's agent-to-agent communication. MCP, on the other hand, is vertical. It helps a single AI model talk to a tool or an API. So they're not competing at all. In fact, they actually complement each other perfectly. All right, so we've gone through the what and the how. But now for the most important question. So what? Why does any of this actually matter in the real world? Let's talk about the impact. Just look at this number, 80%. According to Google's early partners, using a standard protocol like A2A could slash the cost of integrating different AI systems by up to 80%. I mean, that is a massive, absolutely game-changing number for any business that's serious about using AI. And this quote just says it all, doesn't it? The future of agentic AI is here, and it's collaborative. We are fundamentally shifting away from an era of lonely, standalone AIs and into a new one where collaboration is where the real power is. For AI, the future is officially a team sport. And believe me, this is just the beginning. The roadmap for A2A is already looking way ahead. By 2026, they're talking about adding full audio and video streaming. And maybe the most exciting part? Decentralized agent marketplaces. Can you imagine that? A future where you can just browse a marketplace and hire specialized AI agents for basically any task you can think of. And that really brings us to the final big idea here. This A2A protocol, it's not just some dry technical standard. It's the foundation for a future we're only just starting to wrap our heads around. It leaves us with this one incredible question to think about. When every AI, every agent, and every single system can finally speak the same language and truly work together as one team, what are the monumental problems they're going to solve for us next?